The intensity of the battle for Hodeidah International Airport, captured on a mobile phone. The US-backed Saudi-Emirati coalition has been fighting for control of the airport for a week, while calling on the Houthi fighters holding them back to surrender unconditionally. The Houthi response has been one of defiance, prompting fears the battle will spread into the town and to a humanitarian catastrophe.
The problem always is highly densely populated areas, trying to clear these areas from non-state actors who are embedded in the civilian population, who are dug in and have nothing to lose. And then you have a semi-conventional military trying to clear these areas, and that's always going to be difficult.
As pictures of internally displaced people in Hodeidah continue to emerge, the United Arab Emirates Red Crescent says it's sending an aid convoy north from Aden. It's a gesture roundly criticized outside Yemen. The International Rescue Committee says the relief plan announced by Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to protect civilians living in Hodeidah as they attack the port city is a publicity stunt meant to draw attention away from the undue suffering their offensive is causing. The United Nations Special Envoy for Yemen, Martin Griffiths, has just left Sanaa after 3 days of meetings with the Houthi rebels who control large parts of the country. He failed to secure any peace deal.
The UN envoy to Yemen, he keep asking the same request as his previous for UN envoy to Yemen, Wild Sheikh. Is either he asked like for a ceasefire or a truce in Hodeidah to hand over the port to Hodeidah to UN.
The United Nations says more than 5,200 families have fled Hodeidah in the past 3 weeks. Here in Djibouti, aid agencies are watching the unfolding situation in Hodeidah with increasing alarm. They've not been able to deliver aid to Hodeidah since the offensive began. Civilians too have been caught in the crossfire. Earlier on Tuesday, a Houthi health official claimed that 6 people had been killed after the bus they were traveling in was bombed by the coalition forces. Yet despite all the fighting, the port of Hodeidah, a lifeline for millions of Yemenis, remains open. The question is, for how long?
We are planning to be doing distributions of aid tomorrow. We have, as you've heard from others, I think we're all braced for disruption to aid there.
Hodeidah is Yemen's main port and only entry for international aid. There is growing concern that millions of Yemenis who have so far survived more than 3 years of war, hunger and disease could now face starvation. Mohammed, Adow, Jazeera, Djibouti.